Hi YouTubers! This is something a little bit different that I don't normally do on my channel, but it's something that happened to me that was traumatic and I want to get it out into the open and have you guys hear it and, stuff like that. So anyway, my ex was over no less than a week ago and I asked him for help with something. And it all went to, you know what I want to use. YouTube doesn't allow it, but I want to use that word. S-H-I-T. Anyway, I can spell it out anyway for you guys. Anyway, so I asked him to help me hook up my internet on my computer. So we walked into the room and I gave him my password to get into my computer. I forgot. I already hooked up the internet and I didn't need his help. I just wish I remembered sooner and none of this would have happened. All I had to do was plug the Ethernet cable in, but he didn't listen to me when I told him that. Then I said, Ethernet cable in, but he didn't listen to me when I said that. He never does. He goes to plug it in. I can't remember how many times I said the same thing. It was numerous because he never listens to me. He still didn't listen. And that already frustrated me. And after he plugged it in, it should have been one and done. He said he hooked it up the best way. There was only one way, and I already did it. I just forgot all I had to do was plug that cord in because that's all I wanted help with. And I know it was hooked up because I did it before, but he didn't listen to me when I said that because he never listens. He installed a browser that I didn't give him consent to do. He just goes and does what he wants. He did that because he couldn't get into YouTube Studio without it, which YouTube Studio wasn't even relevant at the time. I didn't tell him to log me into YouTube Studio. He just does what he wants. And I feel like that was strike two. That got me more frustrated with him because he doesn't listen to me. He just does what he wants. Then he asked me for my password. I told him my Google password that he made a while ago. Try that. It didn't work. Then he thought maybe it would be in my notebook. I told him no, it wouldn't be in my notebook because I don't always write them down. Sometimes I just go from memory, which isn't always the best thing, but people do that. I got frustrated, so I threw my notebook at him because he doesn't ever listen to a word I say, so he wants to cause a reaction out of me of something. He always likes pissing me off because he knows he's going to get some kind of reaction. He's going to be able to hold against me forever. I didn't know if he needed my Google password or my YouTube password. I had no idea what he was logging into. It said Google, but the Google password didn't work. Then he tried the password enough times to give me a code on my phone. Then he demanded multiple times in a very mean tone, go check your phone. 3 or 4 times. He didn't even listen to me in my own home. Then he goes and demands I do something. That was strike 3. I couldn't take it anymore, so I lifted my knee and put my foot on his chest. He grabs my leg, picks me up, and I'm completely airborne, and he puts me down with a thud. Honestly, nothing was going through my head at the time. That was a defense mechanism, a reaction of self-defense, an involuntary reaction, a reflex of fear. Because I know that because if I had any thought process in my head, I would have known this was a terrible idea. You are just going to get hurt. What the heck are you doing? But my brain was completely blank with fear. I had no thoughts at all in my head. Don't you dare do that. He could kill you. He could unalive me. I didn't mean to say that word. He could have unalived me. I would have thought if I could have, but the frustration and fear overtook me and I couldn't. I have a bruise to prove it and pain. He is going to deny this story because he always does. He always tries to gaslight me into believing something else. That's what he does, and I'm not going to stand for it anymore. I'm done with this manipulation. I won't let him change my reality anymore. That's enough. If any of you have ever dealt with a narcissistic person, gaslighter, manipulator, abuser, mentally, physically, emotionally, you know they love to change the narrative. They love to say something that's not true, to confuse you so much that you forget your own reality. I didn't let him get to me. This story is true. Believe it for what you will. But I needed to do this. I needed to get this out. He has done multiple things to me in the past that I haven't written down. And this was something I had to do because it's been reported to the police. I have a care manager in a program. Yeah, I'm not afraid to mention that. But she asked if she had to report this incident. She did. So she didn't know for sure, but she did. And so he has quite the reputation around here. I'm not going to say his real name, but all of you know him as Lan Zandon, Aliad, Zedayad. No, I'm sorry. I'm a little flustered right now. Lanz, or Z for, Americans, Andon, Lans Zandon. He's dangerous. Just be careful of him. I know he wants to meet people in public to prove his Beat Saber skills, but don't. He's a really dangerous person. I want to warn you guys, just be careful, please, and just be safe out there in this world. Thank God he lives in Canada, because I don't want him anywhere near me anymore. And just be safe, please, of anyone, because this happens to a lot of people. Girls get victimized, girls get hurt, and then the abusers make them the abuser, and they play on other people to get them to believe the abuser, and then the victim winds up being the bad guy. Just be safe, please. I love you all. Oh yeah, did I mention that he caused a pretty big bruise on my hip? That if I do press charges against him, they're seeing that picture for sure. I have like a lot of nerve things, and that thud when he dropped me caused my hip on this side, the other side. It caused a weird neck spasm, which I've never gotten before. I can't stand for too long because the nerve pain's so bad. I can't sit for too long. Making this video is painful, but this chair is pretty comfy, so it didn't hurt too bad. But it's just, be safe. I can't stress that enough. Be safe. Love you all. And take care.